Crusader Kings 3 is receiving a major update on March 4th. And wait, what are these weird eyes in the corner? Why am I surrounded by the damned? That's slightly alarming. Hey, folks, my name is Pravus, and welcome to Crusader Kings 3. Today I'm being sponsored by Paradox Interactive to take a look at the newest DLC being added into the game, Legends of the Dead, which introduces legendary legends as well as plagues. Y'all remember those from CK2, right? Everyone's absolute favorite feature, the Black Death. It's back! There's actually a lot to unpack in the latest DLC, Legends being one of the biggest features, where you can spread tales of your greatness across the realms and become an almost mythical figure in the eyes of men, or at the very least, claim descendancy to another particular legend, and that becomes your claim to glory. I'll explain a little bit about how that works in a bit, but only a handful of characters are going to start with the ability to form a legend early in the game. And that's why I'm going to be playing as King Harold Godwinson of England for this particular video. Not only is he an extremely challenging figure, but he has access to many legends, if, you know, he can survive against the Norwegians and the Normans. I mean, how hard can it be, really? King Harold totally should have won his wars against Normandy and Norway. He just screwed up at the Battle of Hastings, that's all. He also didn't get enough royal marriages, and that is something I'm going to be correcting right off the bat, because we have a few children that we can afford to marry off, including marrying off my 15-year-old son to the Empress Mother of the Holy Roman Empire. She's 40 years old, but it secures me a pretty strong alliance. Yeah, sure, why not? Go for it. What else we got here? We can get married to a prince from Sweden and form an alliance that way, or even to the king himself. That works fine. And I'd really like to marry into France to use against the Normans. You got anyone you're willing to give off? Yes, actually, Prince Hughes of France. Perfect. All right, so that's 3 big alliances we're going to be able to use that are very handy against Normandy and Norway specifically, because I am already at war with both factions, and if I don't settle this quickly, we're going to be in trouble. Now, King Harold Godwinson's actually not a bad character, decent enough stats. Skilled tactician, we're gallant. Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of knights in this game. We're even robust, a decent physical trait. Yes, please. My wife is wholly unremarkable, though. Don't tell her I said that. Well, we're gonna be at war for a while here, so let's go ahead and move directly to, probably a chivalry focus for the prowess and the advantage. And we want to spend our dynasty points in warfare as well, I believe. Although we do have a couple of new things to mess around with. Legitimacy. Oh, that is important. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then heroic bloodlines? Gain a great deed. Ooh. Honestly, this would be kind of fun, but we need to win our wars. Let's go ahead and move to the House of Warriors to start. Make sure we hire a handful more knights, since those are what I'm good at. And we'll probably need to hire ourselves a handful of mercenaries, unfortunately. Now, while we muster the troops and hope for our allies to arrive swiftly, let's go ahead and take a look at some new content. Legends. Now, legends are, as I said, the stories of your greatness, something that spreads well beyond your realm and into the entirety of the world, turning you into a mythical figure, and you get to reap a lot of benefits as a result. This particular character actually has 3 different legends he can aspire to right off the bat. We've got New Troy, which is based off of Brutus, who was banished from Troy to the land of Albion and founded what we now know as London, a story I actually did not know about. We can be the custodian of a holy site of Catholicism, and we can live up to the legacy of Arthur Pendragon. I need a bit more prestige before I'm going to be able to do this, not to mention a handful of cash. But if I can survive this war, I'm going to try to plant the seed in the minds of my people that I am the heir to Arthur Pendragon, and my glory shall spread throughout the world. We've also got a nice new little feature down here called Legitimacy, which I'm not looking good at right now, but I'm hoping this is going to go up over time. No longer is kind of your right to rule tied to your prestige. You can be a very prestigious but very wrong king for a region, right? But now, with the legitimacy feature, your people have certain expectations, and if you're able to hold on to the throne for a long time and prove yourself a worthy ruler, you become increasingly legitimate in the eyes of the people. And that's going to give you a whole bunch of different benefits. We'll come back to this, though. Right now, it's looking pretty bad for me. The alliances have been accepted. Excellent. My son is now the father-in-law of the Holy Roman Emperor. And of course, the first thing I need to do is call these allies into war. Now, France can't be called in against the Normans. They are allies. So I have to call him against Norway. But the Holy Roman Emperor should be able to fight against the Normans, and maybe the Swedes as well. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be good enough. And the best thing is, because these are considered defensive wars, it's free and instantaneous, so I don't even have to spend any prestige. And one of the big reasons I actually wanted to marry into Sweden is they sometimes join the expedition against me. So now I've taken troops away from Norway's army, and I'm using them against another one of my foes. That's perfect. Now, the Normans are already on their way. They're going to have a pretty nasty landing penalty, which I do want to take advantage of, but I can't fight a 6,000 stack on my own. Not easily. And up over here, we should be expecting the Norwegians to arrive any moment. So these guys are about to split off some of their troops, which is exactly what I want to see. I can fight probably in the farmlands, and that would be a better choice. And hopefully some allies get in here soon, because this is turning into a pretty nasty fight for me. Unfortunately, France is just going to sit here and do absolutely nothing while I hopefully am able to beat back the Normans, but this was a very advantageous first landing for me, so it looks like we're going to win this. Good. Excellent. And now we get down over here and try to deal with the rest of these Normans before they can do anything else. The Swedes are arriving, and there's a few folks up over here. There we go. Now we have a sizable advantage. Lots of allies arriving now. My goal is to not white peace in this war if I don't have to. I could even do that right now because I'm gallant. So there's extra reasons for William the Conqueror to accept. But if I white peace, he still has his claim against me and might attack me later. If I can enforce my demands, he loses his claim on England entirely and I never have to worry about him again. Still no sign of the Vikings to the north. That admittedly is a little bit weird. Are they going after Sweden instead? That's not what I was expecting, but okay. Oh, there's Norway. Why did you go to Cornwall? I've literally never seen this happen before. They always land up over here in Northumberland, but no, he sailed all the way down to Cornwall? Why? The mind of an AI is a mysterious thing, and it is a fool's errand to try and guess how it works. That's 100% with William the Conqueror. Easy enough. Enforce demands. And now you're going to conquer absolutely nothing. Enjoy obscurity. Oh, and I see why the Norwegians sailed for Cornwall. They allied Brittany. So they figured they might as well stay close to their ally. Oh, that actually makes sense. Okay, one really big fight going on here against Norway. This should set the tone of the war. And my goal here is the same as it was with William the Conqueror. Enforce demands, make them lose the claim. Now, along the way, I do want to point out that as we've been winning a lot of these fights, I am increasingly becoming a more legitimate ruler. The people recognize me as the defender of the realm, so I'm starting to reduce some of those penalties. The Norwegians do appear to be more or less broken. They are scattered in small stacks. I can clean these up while France de-sieges for me. And what is happening here? My daughter just got married and instantly contracted bloody flux. Isn't this one of the new diseases? Hang on, we can take a look at plagues over here with a new map now. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. That's the Taiga flux. All right, welcome to the minor diseases that are now spreading. There's always a chance this is going to happen. I don't know all of the features that do determine what the odds are of a disease starting in a region, but, you know, depending on its development, depending on whether it is a major trade port, etc., these diseases can pop up and spread, and you can imagine they are going to wreak havoc. And my daughter's already dead. Wow. Okay, well, goodbye alliance with Sweden, I guess. That was quick. Yeah, get ready for that to happen a lot more often. I'm not exactly sure just how frequently the diseases are going to pop up, but if it's anything like Crusader Kings 2, I think we can expect these all the time, and they're going to be real fun to deal with. We are now able to enforce our demands at 93% war score. Suck it, Norway. Oh, frick. But we do have a plague in our land. What do we have? It's a cough. There's some sort of a terrible cough going around in Scotland. Oh, no. Right, well, we are in debt, but I did take a lot of prisoners. Let's go ahead and ransom all of them. Oh, there's some things I totally forgot that I should have done. We have court artifacts, don't we? Cortana. 10% more night effect. That would have been nice to have before. But okay. I love that this actually boosts your seduce scheme power by 50%. Oh, man. Every lady loves a really fancy sword. So, now that the disease is in the realm, what do we want to do about it? We can isolate our capital. We can enter into seclusion ourselves to make sure we don't get sick, hopefully. Though in my experience with CK2, this does not always save you. Honestly, I think we don't need to worry about it yet. We should probably hold off a little bit and see how the disease develops. Until it gets anywhere close to my capital, I should be fine. Alright, so if I want to start spreading around the claim that I am, in fact, the heir to Arthur Pendragon, I need to get my prestige up a bit more. We are already at the distinguished level, but I need illustrious. So that would mean, you know, just sitting back on my throne for a while and collecting a lot of prestige, or maybe doing a few little conquest wars. That wouldn't be a bad plan. Oh, this is interesting. Some new buildings have been added into the game, which actually can give you plague resistance. Now that makes perfect sense. Wait, did my wife inherit the entirety of the Duchy of Northumbria, or did she always have this? I don't recall her having this before. I might be crazy, but that's extremely convenient for me. When a second disease has already arrived. Philippe's pox. Oh, gosh. Who would have known the medieval world was so filthy and disease-ridden? In times like these, it's best to be wary of strange smells. Get your sachets here. Is this a pocket full of posy? I think it is. I guess we should go ahead and hold court here at home. This is one of the activities people expect, and it does help boost your legitimacy. Oh, and this is a doozy right off the bat. Okay, my son is coming to court and says my mother-in-law is trying to kill his new wife. No evidence, of course, but like, hey, please arrest my mother-in-law? Yeah, that's not gonna go over well. Of course, this is where being an arbitrary character kind of sucks. I'll start getting a whole load of extra stress for trying to be a just king. Oh, wow, we got 50 legitimacy out of that arrangement, which does make me officially recognized as the rightful ruler of England. Good, okay, so the higher this gets, though, the more benefits we would enjoy. Less factions, better alliances, vassalizations, and so on. Reduced claim casus belli cost? Yeah. Lots of stuff to enjoy if you can be properly ordained. Oh, and the Prince of Denmark is here to challenge me for being rivals to his father. That's hilarious. Well, I have the better prowess, and I'm pretty sure that accepting an honorable duel is the sort of thing the heir of Arthur Pendragon would do, so this works. Yeah, I win that without too much issue. Silly Danish princeling. Thanks for the prestige, fool. I'll use that wisely to become illustrious. Crap, my son has the smallpox now. Oh, no. Yeah, Philip's pox is getting around. Might make sense to go ahead and try to find a renowned physician. Someone who can help keep me alive despite the rampant diseases outside. And on the plus side, your court physician has some new roles available, including trying to control the plagues. Yeah, there we go. It does cost me a bit of extra money per month, but the extra plague resistance is great. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. Absolutely. And my son recovers from smallpox. See? It's great to have a good doctor. And another disease, this time the cold humors. Oh, and it's dangerously close to London. Excellent. Oh, good. Yes. Oh, boy. Yeah, I can already tell there are going to be many a minor disease spreading around, and that does not make me feel good about my survival chances. Oh, and I found Excalibur. Hey, I'm totally meant to be the heir of King Arthur. And now my son has died from the consumption. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I do not like that my own heir is also wasting away from consumption. It's very possible I'm gonna find myself losing almost all of my children. That's not good. And my wife somehow just got excommunicated. Good Lord, explain to me how that one just happened. What did you do? Oh, it's because she's been unfaithful. I don't know how the Pope found out about it before I did, but, there it is. This is a little bit awkward. She's kind of my strongest vassal. So, divorcing her doesn't seem like a great call, but she kind of refuses to break it off, and she's kind of forced my hand. So, yeah, go to prison. On the plus side, this gives me an excuse to arrest my rival, because he kind of slept with my wife. Also, I'm pretty sure he's trying to murder me, so this is good. And my wife has escaped my dungeons. How? And he's dead. That's what you get. Which, ironically, was all I need to now become illustrious. So now I could start a legend. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's very expensive, though. But still. We've got another one of these legacies. Since we're no longer in immediate risk with war, do we want to try going down the heroic bloodlines? We could. Legitimacy is probably really good, to be honest. Every heir starting with a lasting line modifier, an extra 10% legitimacy gain, will make it a lot easier for the transition of power whenever I do eventually die. Yeah, a lot of this could be really good for keeping a very stable realm. But for fun, we're gonna go for Heroes of Old. I don't actually know what that does, since we already have all 3 types of seeds available at my disposal. Maybe that would be better for a character who otherwise had no seed available. Oh wait, there it is, it just appeared. There's a 4th one. Great Deed 4 of Godwin. Yes, the name of Godwin absolutely inspires greatness. What the heck? Right, so we're gonna have to notify Paradox about that one. No, we're going for the legacy of Arthur Pendragon, dang it. Oh, this is pretty. King Harold of England was born from the pool of Prince Anthwis. With the natural power of this great lineage, was there ever any doubt that he would achieve great things? He would unify all of England under his rule. Right, interesting. So I'm not totally sure how you complete one of these legends yet. We'll figure that out. But if we did, there'd be a 50% chance we gain access to a legendary palace. So grounds for a new legendary building decision? That's fun. Gain a claim on every existing de jure title in England. That makes sense. Commission a legendary artifact. Gain 200 legitimacy. Nice. Or we could increase quality, allowing me to immediately de jure drift a duchy title into the realm. That usually takes forever, so that's interesting. But in order to increase quality, not only will I have to spend more money and prestige, the legacy of Arthur Pendragon must spread to 100 baronies. And we can take a look at our map mode here to actually see right there, that is the legacy of Arthur Pendragon. So this shall spread over time. And as far as I can tell, actually, I think I might be the only legend on the map. Maybe I saw one down over here. Hold on, there's one more. The legend in Canem. Oh, okay, the most pious life of my shoe. Well, call me arrogant, but I think mine's a little bit better. Anyway, this is going to cost me some money every month. So this is not exactly going to be cheap. But it will start spreading like an infectious disease of its own. That's just kind of what stories are, right? We can boost this a little bit more if I want to hire, let's say, a court chronicler. I could make my wife in that position. She became a lunatic shortly after I married this new woman, but yeah, sure, why not? She can spread my legend. So legend spread chance can boost by about 20%. Ooh, wow, it is expensive to do that, though. Oh, or if we do not want to just try to spread it locally immediately, we can actually try to commend the legend abroad. So every year, one of our vassals or a neighboring ruler may take up our own legend as their owned legend. So they become a supporter of the legend. This is a bit cheaper. I'm going to try for this. Someone's trying to play music for me. My court physician has a flute. And he was gallant, and she was beautiful, and he was a hero, and she was beautiful. She's terrible. Wow. That said, music actually does matter. If I go down to the court musician, this is a role that I believe can actually boost up your legend a bit. Unfortunately, no one in my kingdom is musically talented. See, my lunatic queen has in fact spread the legend already. My earl is indeed adopting the legacy of Arthur Pendragon. I like, by the way, how the legend is gradually spreading and kind of taking on a life of its own. My wife has found, apparently, records that the right to rule the Kingdom of England was given by an angel, right? It's like, yeah, absolutely. House Godwin has an angelic foundation. Now, I have managed to reunite the entirety of England by seizing a single province away from Scotland, and that, apparently, was a legitimizing event that now has made me officially ordained. Nice, look at all those bonuses. I could be wrong, by the way, but I believe a portion of this legitimacy does get passed on to my heir. So the higher this is, the more stable the realm under all conditions. Look at that legend spreading, by the way. Nice. There are a lot of events for this legend, by the way. Literally, people are like coming to see me saying, please tell me the story of your awesomeness. The problem is, for reasons I can't really understand, they just, like, stop promoting my legend later. For no reason at all. They're just like, oh yeah, we'll tell them all about it. You know, never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, great. My son died. Alright, that leaves Prince Edmund Haroldson as my only real option as far as elections go. Oh, now the English cough is spreading, causing some issues all throughout Wales. Should be the Welsh cough, but sure. And also a crusade for Jerusalem. Shocker. I saw, yeah, where else would you crusade? Oh, it does seem like the right thing to do. We'll just go ahead and pledge ourselves, of course. Look, I'll be honest, the only reason I'm willing to do this at all is because I want to raise some money from the Crusade war chest so I can upgrade my legend. That's it. Here we go. Deus Volt. Thank you. Raise armies. Let's go to war. This is a terrible plan on so many levels. I'm currently in debt. Like, why am I going on Crusade? I mean, you know, it feels appropriate. Yeah, it feels a little bit appropriate that if we're going to be the heir to Arthur Pendragon, we're going to be a holy warrior for God. And the Crusade is already over. That was actually shockingly fast. Beautiful. Ha! 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 I got my own daughter as the Queen of Jerusalem! Beautiful! And just as importantly, I get a big chunk of the war chest, which means now I get to increase the quality of my legend. Now, in order to upgrade it once more... Ooh, 300 baronies. 300 baronies? That's a lot of baronies. I am a little concerned we're not going to be able to spread this legend far enough, fast enough, to get up to a mythical level. Maybe. We need 300 baronies. I've only got 132. It's going to take a lot of money, and let's be honest, I'm getting old. I'm 69 years old. That's pretty nice, but, like, it's not going to be great. I've got poor health right now. I am ailing. I'll bet you within the next couple of years I die. If that's the case, I'm pretty sure that the legend does not continue to build if we have not completed it within this lifetime. So the question now becomes, is it worth trying to complete this at an illustrious level? We can't make it to mythical, but illustrious might have to be good enough. I think the answer is yes. Unfortunately, I do think that that is the case. So we're going to go ahead and complete the legend, the legacy of Arthur Pendragon, which I have been slightly changing as time goes on. Some of these paragraphs do change based on the events that we have, like a visit from death and even a visit about God. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and complete this now. So this is done, cannot be resurfaced. It is over. Boom, done, thank you. The Book of the House of Godwin. Here is the end of the book of King Harold and of his noble family, whose fame and legitimacy is known across the whole land, and the end of the legacy of Arthur Pendragon. All right, boom. Now, what's going to be interesting is finding out if this does pass along to my children or not. But all baronies and counties that believe in this legend are going to enjoy some development growth as well as more popular opinion, which is a great way of keeping the peasants under control. In the meantime, how else shall we finish out our life except maybe just go ahead and declare war on the Scots? I don't know, it just sort of seems like the English thing to do, right? There we go. We can now enforce these demands and take Lothian for myself. Perfect. So now, can we de jure drift this over? It's not held by me directly. This is held by a guy who had a claim on this, which seemed like a good deal at the time, but now I'm wondering. Now, the duchy must be held by me or have some drift progress. How long would it take to get at least a little bit of a drift progress? Because right now, it looks like the only duchy that I own that has some drift progress is actually over here in Wales, which is not exactly as good as I was hoping for. I'm waiting just a little bit. Okay, now we technically have some de jure drift. Very small amounts, but it is there. So let's try expanding the kingdom and see if this is going to work. My will be done. The Duchy of Lothian would be a fine addition to my realm. And now the title for the King of England has grown a fair bit. Now see, that's really nice. Normally 100 years is a very long time to wait. But I like that we got this a lot faster. I gotta say, I really like the addition of the legitimacy system in the game. I never really liked that prestige was the umbrella term for kind of everything, but this makes a lot of sense and has a lot of implications for the game. Have you noticed down at the very bottom it says there's reduced de jure counties needed for creating a title? Because like normally if you want to form, let's say, the Kingdom of England, right, it hasn't been formed yet, there's just a bunch of dukes, you need to own like, what, over half the kingdom in order to make yourself the de jure king? But if you are super legitimate, ordained by God, It's a lot easier to form that title. People will be clamoring to be your vassal. And likewise, I think this is going to be a very good counterplay for big blobbing empires, because the expectations are going to keep going up. And if you cannot properly administrate a large empire, then you'll fall short of the expectations of your people, and you have an unstable realm. It's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, like here's the discount that's necessary in order to form the Empire of Britannia. 10% is what is required. Normally you need 80% of all counties in order to form an empire. That's so much! But 70%, I mean, it's still a lot, but at least it's more, like, legit, and that's 10% more counties that'll just be de jure yours that you can go to war for. Oh, wait a minute! Oh, wait a minute, wait, what is this? What is this? Hold on. Ancestral claims? What do I have here? Seize all titles. I can only attempt this once per kingdom tier title per lifetime. I can try to form the Empire of Britannia because of Arthur Pendragon. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this really badly. I'd have to wait 3 more years. I am almost certainly not going to live 3 more years. Oh, screw it. I'm going to be a truce breaker. I don't care if I lose a whole level of prestige. I'm going to die soon anyway. And I captured the king, so I get it instantly. Ha 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 ha! That was the fastest kingdom conquest ever! And now I actually have enough counties that I could form the empire. I just need to form a kingdom and have 1,000 gold. That's it. Ha ha ha! Of course, now I've created issues with some factions. That's kind of to be expected, to be honest. Wait, I'm confused. Why can I keep declaring more of these wars? I'm allowed to go to war over per kingdom! I'm allowed to declare one of these wars per lifetime per kingdom in the Empire of Britannia. So if I wanted to go after Munster over here, we could lay another ancestral claim. This might end up being stupid, but I'm actually going to take on Connaught over here. Let's just join up all of my land over here. Let's take over Northern Ireland, as the English do. And that was easy. Perfect. We have now taken this territory. I got a new legend seed. Oh, Conquest of Empire of Britannia. Hold on. Spend money, start a new thing, a heroic legend. I feel like this is something I should be able to do for one of my ancestors. We're definitely not going to do it before I die. It's worth a shot. Out of curiosity, though, I assume that since Wales is its own kingdom title, I can go to war over this as well, right? I can. Oh my god. Uh-oh, I think I'm on death's doorstep right now, though. I'm not going to last much longer. Still enough time to go ahead and win the war, though. Mine. And now I sit back and wait. Hello, what are these raiders doing here? Get out of here, you stupid Norsemen. Wait, what is going on? Why am I at war right now? There's a couple of different wars that are going on over here. What the heck happened? I didn't authorize any of this. What's going on? Oh, it's because I inherited some earldoms, apparently, and it's messed a lot of things up. And now I'm dead. Well, someone else's problem now. King Offa, my nephew. There we go. We're at least able to deal with this stupid claim, so at least the realm is no longer at war. We're just ravaged by disease. But that's fine. So let's take a look at the legends. Now, unfortunately, no, I do not have the ability to forge a legend for my uncle, either because I am not the direct descendant or because it has to be done within that lifetime. But the good news is the custodian of the holy site still exists, so I could go down this route. Or just go ahead and make a name for myself, a legitimizing legend, which is kind of important right now, since I'm not exactly seen as a super legitimate ruler. Not bad, though. You know, 4 out of 5. It's pretty good. So tell you what, I'll go ahead and make this guy the King of England and of Scotland. Aha, it's all mine. And we are just one step away from forming an empire. All of that accomplished under just one character. Not half bad, I would say. The one thing that's a little confusing and concerning for me is mainly if I look at King Harold, like almost all of his children, every one of his siblings, everyone is dead. And probably almost entirely from the plagues. Because they are 100% ravaging the world. Good lord. Look at this. Desert Mountains Fever has killed 50 characters. Bulgarian Boils has killed another 54. Wow. But hey, I think we did a really good job of proving ourselves to be the heirs of Arthur Pendragon. I mean, think about it, right? We had King Harold, who becomes king kind of unexpectedly. He's got barbarians attacking from the north, a rival kingdom down to the south. Against all odds, he fights them off. He wields Excalibur. His wife cheats on him with one of his knights. and he becomes a great soldier of God, forging the kingdom of Jerusalem, while also uniting Britannia more than ever before. I'd say very worthy of King Arthur. All while being ravaged by plagues. Oy vey. Yeah, this is the entire point of the new DLC. A lot of fun things you can do here. Legitimacy is awesome, diseases I love and hate at the same time, and the legends can be a pretty fun challenge, especially since we just saw the power of being able to lay ancestral claims to 3 separate kingdoms at once, right before our death. Absolutely beautiful. If you'd like to try out the DLC for yourself, of course it is coming out on March 4th, which is tomorrow. So if you want to find a link in the description down below, I would encourage you to click on that. Otherwise, a very big thank you to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring today's video. I had a lot of fun uniting England with the hardest possible start. If y'all enjoyed this video, I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I, as always, will see you guys next time.